Hey everybody, Michelle is here. Ooh, I've been running, not running, but I've been doing a whole lot in the house. Um, and yeah, it feels good to be moving around and busy and handling my business and doing whatever I need to do. And I've been thinking, doing a lot of contemplating because it's like everything always seems to fall back into love. People are looking for love, they want love, they want to know what love is and what this and that and the other. And again, if you don't have yourself neutralized, meaning you are balanced in the feminine and the masculine, you're gonna miss opportunities to find someone that's aligned with you and that is meant to be with you, right? So I was talking about that earlier. I said I was going to talk about genders, and I'm not going to touch on it too much because it requires a whole lot in depth conversation. But the basic thing to understand is that you can't be too masculine, and you can't be. And this, I mean, there's no such thing as being too feminine. That's kind of um, well. Let's be clear now. This is not judgment. There's no such thing as a woman being too feminine because that don't even make sense. But there may be an issue if a man is too feminine. Now that becomes something else, and we don't need to be touching on that right now. I explain what that means. But when it comes to masculinity, that seems to be where we're kind of like swirling in craziness, and that's masculinity on both the male and female, on the woman and the man, and it has nothing to do with how you're identifying either. See, a lot of people want to come in and determine uh, their identities, and that's fine. You can do whatever you choose to do, but it really has nothing to do with how you are identifying yourself. It's how you are processing your thoughts about who you think you are and who you the who, what, when, where, why, and all those questionings around that. Now I hope that makes sense, but don't, like I said, don't be making a big deal. We're not gonna go there. This is only theories and opinions for entertainment purposes only, and this is something to consider. And if it doesn't resonate, you just swipe and move on to the next billions of other people that are talking, because everybody's talking, and some are just talking out of the side of their neck, as they always say in the black culture, but some are genuine teachers. And sometimes you just have to meet people where they are. And we all say that. You just have to meet people where they are. And if people are so literal, you got to talk to them in a literal sense to bring them out of that. Otherwise, if someone talks in feelings, you need to talk to them in their feelings. Like use feeling words, feeling expressions. If someone's talking in their auditory, usually intellectuals, you have to talk in the auditories and talk with sound, and sound words, and then visuals. You just got to paint a picture, give a big picture of what you're attempting to explain. Like to me, like I said, I'm pretty balanced in all areas, like visual, hearing, and feeling, and sensing and receiving, and then there's others what we won't go into. So it's this masculine energy that's causing the imbalance on the planet. Um, and for some reason, we got these women that want to, kind of push that masculinity so far off the edge for some reason. And I think I understand, but like I said, this requires a face-to-face conversation, not to be just thrown out there and then. But it's just something to consider, and not be so concerned about it, because it's this is a process that people are gonna have to get out of, and it's all thoughts. It's right here in the thoughts. It's where it all is happening. So that's something to talk about at some later point, but it has to be in the right setting, so that people feel safe talking about that kind of stuff. I had to work it out, and like I said, I kind of figured it out. You know, it is a yin and yang, and you do have to balance the feminine and masculine. You can't, you know. Yeah. At first, I used to reject that. I'm like, oh, but it's true. You have to balance that feminine and the masculine. And like I said, I've never seen a woman to be too feminine. Okay, that just seems illogical. But I've seen women that are too masculine, most definitely, and that is the most that's the concern I have. Okay, now and a lot of people have a concern with a extremely feminine man. That is something that has to be discussed, and be you have to have empathy and compassion when we're dealing with that. Okay, with the extremely feminine man. Okay, um, so those are just topics to think about, and we need to approach it. We need to figure out how we can approach it safely, and I can guarantee you, if we do, it has to be, like I said, if it's approached safely, and people feel as though they can express themselves. I know how we can uncover all of that and resolve it. Okay, but I'm not going to share it. I'm just going to keep it as is right now until because it is a battle with the ego. It's going to always be a battle with the ego. So I just thought I'd share that. Um, because So the problem is not necessarily the feminine energy; it's the fact that we don't have a balance of the masculine in relation to the feminine. Okay, and so in my opinion, so many people are trying to be so masculine to get that energy. The feminine energy is powerful, and it's a craving for a lot of people. So they think, and so because they're being illogical, they think they need to be extremely masculine just to get it, and that's not true at all. Okay, you have to be equal inside of your masculine and your feminine, whether you are a man or a woman. But again, we'll talk about it, and we'll just have to approach that gently, with kindness and understanding and empathy. All right, that's just something I'm throwing out. But everybody wants the feminine. Everybody is seeking the feminine energy. That's what I'm picking up. But I'm saying on the female side, but on the man's side, it's the same thing in a way. They want that feminine energy, right? Some of them, and but like I said, we'll discuss it at a later date. Let me just, I got information on it, and I just need to approach it in the right settings. It's not to be talked about right now, of course. Anyway, so let me move on to something else. So I'm just getting ready. Like I said, I'm clearing out things, cleaning things, and then see what I have. I love working on blank. I love working with a blank canvas. That's the creativity in us. We just like to see a blank canvas and then see what can be developed from it. Creativity. I mean, people that are creative, I can guarantee you, we've always been called crazy. Is number one. That's been the number one thing. It's crazy, and not realistic. But that's anything but. The people that are crazy are the ones that are calling people crazy. Those are the crazy ones who are calling people crazy. So, but that's something else too to discuss. All this judging people that are different and thinking that they have a problem, or they need to be separated, or they need to be evaluated. We just got to stop that. It's about the planet and the fact that we're so low in our vibration, so we don't recognize excellence. We don't recognize someone that's a genuine, highly sensory person. We see it as something wrong with them, but that's how advanced humans raise themselves. That's when you're advancing yourself. That's what you become. That is what you become to be a genuine human being. You're highly sensory. You have those highly sensory skills. You're highly advanced in your senses. Your vision, your hearing, your feelings, your sensing and receiving. Okay, and I hope that makes sense. So we're gonna have to understand what is genuine normalness. And so, because we are all of us, majority, not all of us, but the majority of us are just operating off of like like I said, like we're living in the 1800s, maybe even 1700s. And chances are, when they were in the 1700s, 1800s, they were more advanced than we are now. I can guarantee it. I'm looking at the pictures of this vintage black culture. So we've definitely, the majority of the people have definitely devolved and not evolved. Okay, war does that. Like I said, war, being trapped in beliefs, being self-righteous, um, and overpopulated. We're like crashing our thoughts into each other because our thoughts are energy and they're just swinging all over the universe. And we're just crashing into each other with our thoughts. We don't understand that our thoughts are the energy, and energy is invisible. And if we knew how much we're disturbing the energy of the earth, we would immediately stop, because it's just hurting us, and it hurts the animals, it hurts the environment, the climate, everything else. And then we have people interfering who think they know, and it's those handful of idiots who think they know what they're dealing with when they're dealing with something as invisible and powerful as energy. All right. So I just wanted to share that while I take me a little break here, and then I'm gonna continue my adventure of revamping and remastering the second half of my life, which I'm currently living as we speak. I'm in the second half of my life, but I'm cultivating it and developing it, to where it matches my consciousness and matches, what I actually want to do with myself. And I'm not ready to retire. I probably won't retire again. That's over. I just had to recover from that and clear my mind and realize what I really wanted to do. And I do know. I know exactly what I want and what I want to do. So, and a lot of people just need to get there, and I can help you get there, but it's going to require some work. All right, so I just want to share that bit. I hope everybody's doing well, doing the things you want to do, and at least being open to having someone help you get there, because it is crucial and it's extremely important. All right, so I want to send peace and love. Talk to you soon.